Good morning, my fourth grade students of أطفال الرمث النموذجي school. How are you? Hope you are fine. Ramadan Kareem for you all. Today, inshallah, we are going to start with the last unit of this semester, Unit 17, page 68, Pupils Book. At first, what is the title of our new lesson for today? What is the title? The title is Plants Must Have Water. Plants must have water. Could you tell me how many pictures do we have in our lesson for today? How many pictures? There are 4 pictures. There are 4 pictures. Who can you see? Who are the people of our lesson? Here we have Kareem, Ali, Aman, and here we have pupils. Where are they? Could you tell me where are they? Are they at home? No, they aren't. They are at the school. They are at the school. Look at picture number 1. What are they doing? What are they doing? They are digging a hole. Dig a hole. Dig a hole. What do we use to dig a hole? We use the spade. We use the spade to dig a hole. A spade. Now look at picture number 2. What are they doing? They are putting the plant in the ground. In the ground. What's the meaning of the word ground? This is the ground. A ground. So that the man puts the plant in the ground. Puts the plant in the ground. Yes, يا رابع. What do we call this thing? What do we call this part of the plant? We call it roots. Roots. These are roots. These are roots. Are the roots at the top or at the bottom of the plant? Are the roots at the top or at the bottom of the plant? They are at the bottom of the plant. They are at the bottom of the plant. Yes, يا رابع. Now look at these things. Look at these things. What do we call them? These are leaves. These are leaves. Leaves. Are the leaves at the top or at the bottom of the plant? They are at the top of the plant. They are at the top of the plant. What is the singular of the word leaves? Singular form. Leaves, أوراق. What is the singular form? Leaf. Leaf means ورقة واحدة. Leaves. Plural. Leaf. Singular. Now look at picture number 3. What is he doing? What is he doing? He's watering the plant. Water a plant. Water a plant. Finally, look at picture number 4. Let me ask you, does the tree or the plant make fruit? Does the tree or the plant make fruit? Yes, it does. Now, let's read the lesson together. Plants must have water. Plants must have water. Kareem, today we are going to plant some trees. Ali, many children are planting trees today. Man, first you must dig a hole. Man, we must put the plant in the ground. Kareem, the roots carry water to the leaves of the tree. Ellie, we must be gentle. The roots aren't strong. Kareem, now we must water the plant. Plants must have water and sun to grow. Ali, do we have to water our tree every day? Man, no you don't. You don't have to water the plant every day in winter. In spring, you must water it every week. It is hot. Kareem, now we must wait for our tree to grow. Our tree makes fruit. Let me ask you, Ya Rabi', do we have to water our tree every day? Do we have to water our tree every day? No, we don't. No, we don't. In picture number 1, here we have the pupils, their teacher, and here we have a man. They want to plant a tree. They want to plant a tree. The man told us that the first step, الخطوة الأولى, the first step that you must dig a hole. You must dig a hole. They used the spade. They used the spade to dig a hole. In this picture, the man put the plant in the ground. He put the plant in the ground. And he told us that we must be gentle. We must be gentle. What's the meaning of the word gentle? We must be kind. We have to put the plant in the ground gently. Why? Because the roots aren't strong. Because the roots aren't strong. Why the roots are important? مهمة. Why the roots are important? Because they carry water to the leaves. They carry water to the leaves. So that the first step, you must dig a hole. You must put the plant in the ground. Now in picture number 3, you must water the plant. You must water the plant. Do we have to water the plant every day? No, we don't. In winter, you don't have to water the plant every day. But in spring, you must water it every week because of hot. Finally, you must wait for the tree to grow. What's the meaning of the word grow? ينمو, يكبر. So that finally you must wait for the tree to grow. This exercise shows us how to plant a tree. The main steps of planting a tree. At first, you must dig a hole. You must dig a hole. Then, you must put the plant or the seeds in the ground. You must put the plant or the seeds in the ground. Number 3, you must water the plant. You must water the plant. Finally, you must wait for the tree to grow. You must wait for the tree to grow. Exercise number 1, page 65, activity book. Look and complete. Look and complete. Yes, Rabi, here we have pictures. We are going to write the names of these things that they are pointing to here in blue. And here we have the words in the box. I'm going to read them at first. A hole, the plant, a leaf, the root, the ground. Here we have a leaf. This is a leaf. What is the plural of a leaf? Leaves. Do you remember it? Leaves. A leaf. Leaves. Look at this thing. What do we call it? The root. The root. What's this? What's this, ya Rabi'? This is the plant. The plant. So that we are going to write the plant. And what about this thing? What's this? The ground. The ground. And finally, what about this thing? What do we call it? A hole. A hole. Exercise number 2, page 65, activity book. Read, order, and write. Read, order, and write. Yes, Rabi', do you remember when we talked about how to plant a tree? We said that there are 4 steps. At first, you must dig a hole. These are the steps. We have to order them. First, you must dig a hole. What do you do after that? You must put the plant in the ground. You must put the plant in the ground. What's next? What is the third step? You must water the plant. You must water the plant. And finally, what is the fourth step? What is the fourth step? You must wait for the tree to grow. You must wait for the tree to grow. Exercise number 9, page 68, activity book. Say and write. Say and write. This exercise is very important. Here we have 3 pairs of words. These are examples of what we call in English homonyms. Homonyms. What's the meaning of homonyms? Homonyms are the words that have the same pronunciation, نفس اللفظ, but differ in the spelling and the meaning. يختلف في الكتابة والمعنى. Number 1, for or for. This present is for you. لك. Now, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, so that we are going to fill these blanks depending on the meaning. Number 2, see or see. Look, I can see a dolphin. The dolphin is jumping in the sea. Where is the dolphin jumping? In the sea. The last one, right or right? Does the earth turn around the sun? Yes, that's right. I usually write. Now I am writing. Write. I usually write my diary in the evening. Write. Exercise number 4, page 70, pupil's book. Read and answer. Read and answer. Yes, Rabia. Here we have a paragraph. When we read it and understand it, we are going to answer this question. Before we start, look at this picture. What is happening? What are they doing? They are planting trees. They are planting trees. Now, let's introduce the most important vocabulary that we have in this paragraph. At first, here we have wood. Wood. What's the meaning of the word wood? This is wood. This is wood. The next one, shade. Shade. What's the meaning of the word shade? Let me explain it to you. At first, let me ask you, is it cold in summer? Is it cold in summer? No, it isn't. It's hot and sunny. Can you sit in the sun all the time? No, because it's hot. So that where do you sit sometimes? Where do you sit sometimes? You sometimes sit under the tree. The sun is not there. You sit in the shade. You sit in the shade. Okay? Do you remember when I tell you clean the board? Clean the board? Clean. Clean. I am cleaning. Clean. And finally, the word air. Air. What's the meaning of the word air? Can you live without the air? No, I can't. Can you live without the air? No, I can't. Now, let's read the paragraph together. We must plant more trees. Trees are very important. Trees are homes for many animals and birds. They give us shade in the summer. They clean the air. They give us wood and paper. Every year on 15th January, children plant trees. It is an important day. We sing songs, we take photos and make videos. We watch the trees grow. Let me ask you, Rabia, what happens on 15th January? What happens on 15th January? Children plant trees. Children plant trees. So that every year on 15th January we celebrate the Tree Day. The Tree Day. They tell us that we must plant trees. We must plant more trees. Trees are very important. Trees are very important. Why are trees very important? Because they are homes for many animals and birds. Trees are homes for many animals and birds. Yes, Rabbi, you always can see the birds in the trees, and you can see many kinds of animals in the trees, right? The trees also give us shade in the summer. Shade, ظل. When it is hot, you can sit under the trees. They give us shade. They also clean the air. Clean the air. So you can breathe clean air because of the trees. Trees give us wood and paper. This paper, we got them from the trees. Every year on 15th January, children plant trees. As we said before, every year on 15th January we celebrate the Tree Day. It is an important day. we sing songs, we take photos and make videos. We watch the trees grow. We watch the trees grow. Now, let's answer these 5 questions together. Let's answer the questions. Question number 1. Are trees important? Are trees important? Yes, they are important. Yes, they are. Question number 2. Where do many animals and birds live? Where do many animals and birds live? They live in trees. Many animals and birds live in trees. They live in the trees. Question number 3. How do trees help us when it is hot? How do trees help us when it is hot? They give us shade. They give us shade when it is hot. What do trees give us? What do trees give us? Trees give us wood and paper. Trees give us wood and paper. We can say that. They give us wood and paper. The last question. What happens on 15th January? What happens on 15th January? Children plant trees. Children plant trees. Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Our lesson for today about the modal verbs must, mustn't, and have to, don't have to. At first, you have to know that must and have to, both of them, must and have to, are used to show that something is necessary. To show that something is necessary. Must and have to indicate to obligation. Must and have to indicate to obligation. Both of them, must and have to, indicate to obligation. It's an order. But what is the difference between must and have to? What is the difference between must and have to? Must, the necessity comes from the speaker. The necessity comes from the speaker. But have to, the necessity doesn't come from the speaker. For example, the orders of your doctor, we use have to. The law of the country, قانون الدولة. The law of driving, قانون المرور, we use have to. For example, we say, I must wash my car. The necessity from me, from the speaker, I must wash my car. I must leave. I must leave home at 8 o'clock. I must leave home at 8 o'clock. Have to. Here we have 2 examples. When the country told us, in the quarantine, you have to stay at home. It's an order, obligation from the country. You have to stay at home. You have to stay at home. Your doctor told you, you have to take your medicine on time. You have to take your medicine on time. Now we are going to talk about the negative form. How do we negate the modals must and have to? How do we negate them? Must become mustn't. Must, mustn't, which is must plus not. Must, mustn't. You must shout, you mustn't shout. You must shout, you mustn't shout. What about have to? How do we negate it? Have to, don't have to. Have to, don't have to. For example, you don't have to leave your home during the quarantine. You don't have to leave your home during the quarantine. You always have to remember that the verb that follows the modal should be infinitive. Should be infinitive. What's the meaning of infinitive? فعل مجرد. Infinitive. You don't have to leave. Infinitive verb. Infinitive. The same is here. The same is here. I must wash. Infinitive verb. Infinitive. I must leave. I must leave. Infinitive without anything. Infinitive. The same is here. You have to stay. This is the verb. Also, it's infinitive. You have to take. Take. The verb is infinitive also. Exercise number 8, page 68, activity book. Read and complete. Read and complete. In this exercise, we are going to complete these sentences with must or mustn't. With must or mustn't, depending on the meaning of the sentence. Let's read number 1. You must. You must do your homework every day. You must do your homework every day. You mustn't forget. You mustn't forget. Let's move to number 2. You must or mustn't talk to your friends in the class. You must or mustn't talk to your friends in class. You mustn't. You mustn't. You mustn't talk to your friends in class. So that you must listen to the teacher. You must listen to the teacher. Let's read it again. You mustn't talk to your friends in class. You must listen to the teacher.